Hey, I'm coming. I didn't mean to put me in there. I didn't mean to put me in there, but I'm just saying. I meant to drop the link. Hello, everybody. How are you? On this beautiful day, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Oh, well. But today we will have a good topic today. A very good topic. So wait for y'all to come on in. Hey, born in the 70s. How you doing, sweetie? We're gonna give it like two more minutes, and then we're gonna start the show. Let's give some people some time to come on in. Hey, no one. How are you?
Hey, sis.
Hello. Look at you. I don't know what you're gonna look like. You look beautiful though. You look beautiful.
Thank you.
All right. I want to get to a couple of videos, and I would like to know the point of this show is behind every successful man or a good man, there is a woman, right? So the thing is, can women say the same? And that includes a woman being obese or whatever shortcomings that she has. Where is the good men behind every successful woman or every good woman? So, after we're going to see a couple of clips, and then we want to know like some of the things we went through in life alone, but we accomplished it. We accomplished it, And I'm not referring to like family members because they're not referring to family members. They're speaking upon a mate. Do women have a mate that's behind them for all their endeavors in their life to make them better people? So that's what we will be talking about today. So if you would like to come up at a certain point in time and let us know your accomplishments and was a man there for you? Did that man have your back? Did that man push you? Or is it a thing that only women do? Because we are selfless and we're nurturing. But who nurtures us? So let's try this one first. Is that music low enough? Or should I could have cut it
Yeah,
down?
the music is good, sis.
All right. So we're gonna start with this.
Like that, and I feel like that's what I posted. They supposed to progress to that.
Absolutely.
Yep.
It's like when you was just getting money and balling, that's what you was doing, getting money. But now it's like you a business, you an enterprise.
And I thought that I was successful then. I really didn't see the value of getting married and doing it this way, because I thought, if I get married, like I won't have as much. That's what I thought. Like now I got to take care of somebody else. Not thinking that, damn, if you got two heads, man, that's better than one.
Right.
You gonna maximize your potential because you got a partner now. That's what happened.
Man, y'all got to do a relationship book, man.
Wow.
I'm saying, because it seemed like she was important to your survival.
The most, brother, she the most important. I ain't gonna lie, she my secret weapon. She the one.
Right.
Bumble Rock, she Michelle, she behind me.
Absolutely.
Man, where y'all at, ladies? Because behind every successful man is a great woman. But realize what I just said, a great woman. Not just any old woman. A lot of women want a successful man, but they want him already assembled. Success and wealth takes a while to assemble, and sometimes it takes the strength of a great woman to help a man get over the top. But a lot of women don't want to come in and do the work of a great woman, and those are the relationships that don't last. Because a man that knows his worth is looking for a woman to bring more to the table than just her looks and body. Men need support too. We need those words of encouragement. We need that attention to detail. We need that female point of view. So when you have a man with a career or a business with a level of success already, just think about how much more successful he could be with a great woman behind him. Men need female companions that's looking to help them build instead of just looking to help them spend their money. And that's a stress reliever as well when you have that, because a relationship shouldn't feel like a bill. It should be an investment. And just like in this interview, we know that Keyshia Ka'oir was a great investment for Gucci Mane, because when he went to prison, he trusted her with millions of his dollars. And when he got out, she had almost doubled it, if not doubled it. She could have went on shopping sprees and spent up all his money, but she proved that she could be trusted, that she could grow his success without him being there, and that she could come through in the clutch. Gratefully, he was mature enough to recognize the greatness that he had in her and not still be the immature man that he was previously. So men, if you have a great woman, recognize it before it's too late and she's gone, because you don't want to lose a great woman like Keyshia by continuing to be an immature man. Take this Gucci Mane and Keyshia Ka'oir situation as a prime example of how a great woman can make a better man. Y'all tell me how y'all feel about the video in the comments below. Like and subscribe and follow me. Let's get into this 80-20 rule and look at.
Hold up, sir. We'll be back to you. Now, listening to this video, right? What did you get out of it, sis?
Oh my goodness. Oh, I don't know. Like, I don't know. I guess because I'm so skeptical about men, like it seems like he's trying to say that, it sounds good. Like he's trying to portray that, he needs a good woman behind him, supporting him and all that. But he's not saying anything about being supportive of the woman.
Right. Go ahead. Because that's exactly what I was leaning to. Go ahead, sis.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, so where is the part where, okay, yeah, you want somebody to build with, you want somebody to grow with, all of that. That's good. But it has to go on both sides. It can't just be a woman saying, I'm here for you. I'm supporting you. I'm building. Let's have a family. All of these things, which is almost what every woman wants. But on the other side, what are you also doing on the other side to say, what does the woman I'm with, what does she want? What does she need? What is she trying to do? How can I help her to accomplish her goals? And a lot of times that's why relationships break up, because you got a good woman here supporting you. And then when they become successful, I hate to say it, but then they drop them and go to somebody else after you help to grow them into what, like you're trying to mold them into being something. And when they finally become that, they drop you.
To me, it sounds very, very, oh gosh, what is the word I'm looking for? What is that beautiful word that I'm looking for? Hey, Tay. How you doing, sweetie?
Hey, Tay.
Well, I'm going to just say one-sided. It's like every time when it comes down to building anything, it's always the woman. It's so one-sided. Like they're emotional. We got to build that up. We got to be their doctor, their lawyer, their psychiatrist, their love maker, their maid, their cleaner, the cook, take care of the kids, you know. So again, when I'm not, and as we're talking, I'm looking for something I'm literally looking for something that says for every good successful woman there's a good man. It's a shame it's hard to find.
Yeah, and I like what Tay said here in the chat. The men will build with you and leave. That's what's the usual experience for most women. And I don't want to make it seem like that's all men, but I'm saying a lot of men do this. They're looking for somebody to help them and say, oh, I want somebody to build with, I want somebody supportive, and then you give them all of that and they still leave you anyways.
Yeah, and even if they don't leave you, and let's say we stay with the man, we still don't benefit. So whichever way you put it, we, the women, still don't benefit because there was nothing built for us. They will make us think that everything they do is for us, but as an individual, no, it's not for us, it's for you.
Yeah, and what doesn't make any sense to me is, okay, a lot of times, we as women, we could see like, oh, this is a good person, or we see a mirror image of it. Like we're just getting a flash of who they could be. And then you think, okay, I'll build with them. Like, yeah, I'll help them with their business. Let's have some children. And you both seem to be doing well. But in all of that time, you're busy putting all your energy into the children that you have, the home, working. That, okay, now you didn't help this man grow a business, or make a lot of money, or you put him through school, and then after that they messing around with somebody else. I hate to say that, but a lot of times that's what happens. You build somebody, you get them educated, you put them in a good position, and then they're cheating on you with their secretary.
And to build with them, two things happen to women. It could be more, but the main two things that happen is either one, we help them build so much that we are miserable. We are miserable. And the more successful they are, the more not miserable, but the more unhappy we are. Because we have dreams, we have goals, we have aspirations too. So the more we help them, we lose ourselves because it's more about them, their dreams, their goal, right? So
yeah, and you know what I found, sis, that I found that really drives me crazy? The moment when you start talking about what you want and you need, they portray you like you're being so needy, like you're asking for so much, but you're just asking to get the same thing that you're giving them.
that's why I never could understand the word building. Like we are not building, you're building. And no, it's not benefiting me. Even though they figure, well, I'm paying all the bills. So no, because we don't have to, we could pay half. We could probably pay the bill if we wanted to. But the fact is, we're home. So you think that you're doing us the favor, but in reality, you're not doing us a favor because we cannot get out there and do us. Remember, we're going to speak upon two parts. We on the man part now. Then we're gonna get on the woman part. But we've been limited on what we could do to be these good women. So you are not a good woman unless you're helping a man aspire to get all his dreams and all his wants. That make us not good women. Remember, he said you better get you a good woman, and only a good woman could do this. I disagree.
Well, this sounds like another thing where they're trying to put on labels and say what identify as a good woman. Where I don't believe in those type of things. I think that, in a relationship, it's whoever does good at something, they do it. I don't think that there's a thing to say, oh, this is only specific to men. Oh, this is only specific to women. It's whoever can do it, let them do it. But what it is it's one of those things, like control thing. I'm going to tell you that you're good at this because I know I don't want to do it. That's really what it is. They don't want to do it. They just want to say, oh, you're a good woman. And they, all of those things just so that they can get you in a cycle of doing things to support them and push their agendas further while you stand still.
Now, hi, sweetie. Welcome, love. Glad to see you. Yeah, and then it's a shame that stigma is still there. And it's a shame that they really did only got to where they got to because of a good woman. Right? But good woman for them equates to unhappy for us. Everything has to be about the man driven, man ego, man, I, me. It's like, I have never heard ever women, who shouldn't that be equal? Like behind every good woman is a good man. Not saying that we want him to be in the house or whatever, but we're going to get into things that we have done coming up that why we don't never have support, or why we never could say that slogan. Right? We're going to get into one more. And I'm still looking for, this is an old one. Would a woman say that? I'm looking for it. But let's see what he got to say.
How much in common a couple has, as if that's the real key to what makes a union work. It's important, don't get me wrong. If you don't like any of the same things, well, you have some work ahead. But sometimes I think we overlook how vital the differences are. It's in combining the opposites that the balance is created. And when it's right, when the opposites match up, well, then you've got something greater than the sum of its parts.
You see that, right? Behind every great man is a good woman.
Louise,
Yeah.
that's my wife, talks me into taking the weekend off. This is a rare occasion. Closed a deal that would send my company into the stratosphere.
Send his company to the stratosphere. Not, you notice he didn't say ours. He said my company.
Yeah, and it's always we're building, but then when things start happening to grow the business, he says it's my business.
You heard that, right? You caught it.
Louise says it's time to stop and smell the roses. She says this to me every once in a while because she really does.
Yes, I'm a skip.
Plenty of roses here, she says. On the way, we stopped at this little diner. But I did promise it to Louise. Then, my wife notices this guy behind the counter, the short order cook, and she starts a conversation with him. Before I know it, they're laughing and embracing. So I go over to introduce myself. And they're chatting like long-lost friends. Turns out, he and my wife dated in high school. They were each other's first love. They is everything he needs. He says he's very happy. Then he says he always knew Louise was going places. She was always a mover and a shaker. I find that curious. Kind of hang on.
Did y'all hear that part?
I must have missed it. What did he say?
I'm gonna rewind it. But she bumps into the ex-man, the ex-boyfriend. And then he says, oh, I always knew she was going to be somebody. She's a mover and a shaker. This from the ex-man. So the husband is confused. Why? Because again, she put off everything for him, like most women do. So we're going to play that little part again. Remember, I don't know. I'm just skipping through it because I don't feel like the copyright strikes. But let's go.
Always a mover and a shaker.
You hear that?
I find that curious. Going places. She was always a mover and a shaker. Happy. Then he says he always knew Louise was going places.
See, he always knew Louise was going places.
She was always a mover and a shaker.
Always a mover and a shaker.
I find that curious. I kind of hang on that a while.
He found that curious, which means he's married to a woman. He too busy worrying about him, like most men do. He never got a chance to care about the wants and the needs of his wife. How do you not know that?
We're
No,
finally out of there. And I tell her, boy, are you lucky. If you'd married that guy, you'd be the wife of a short order cook. Instead, you're the wife of a president of a major corporation.
So now she's saying, he said, well, I'm glad you didn't marry him because, he's thinking that because of remember he said his business grown because of her. So every which way you put it, he's downing the woman and he's showing you the male ego.
And listen to this one. She says to me, my dear, if I'd married him instead of you, he'd be the president of a major corporation and you'd be the short order cook.
So she's saying, well, if I would have married him, he'll be the president, which means she's letting him know that I have value and you didn't make it there without me. And that is a lot of men problems. They think they got to where they gotten to without a woman. But again, she's still on the losing end of the stick.
Yep, because he wouldn't have been able to get where he is without the woman that he has, but he will not acknowledge that.
Right. And then you got to remember, if you're listening, that she put her life to the back burner. She was better off marrying the ex-love, because the ex-love knew her potential, and then he let her go, or they broke up because he thought that she was going to live her life and be the best version of herself that she can be. But instead, just like a lot of women do, they give their power away. So now she done created this cocky husband, and he's thinking that he's the man, but in all reality, he's standing on her back. He's standing on her shoulders. Now, it's only like a couple of seconds left, so let's finish this couple of seconds.
And you know something? She is absolutely right.
Now, he thought about it, and she's right. But this is something that women go through every single day. We put everything to the side for a man, and while that man grow, we lose ourselves. They always say that the man is the brains, the man is the logic, the man is the leader, but in all reality, we are the leader, right? Now, I'm still trying to find something. I haven't found it, and it's sad that it's not the same for us women. Now, it's a shame that we have to say, well, behind every good woman is a deadbeat dad, an abuser. You understand what I'm saying? Or it always is behind us is always a problem man, a mental man. A man don't want you to go nowhere. An abusive man. Somebody who just used you type of man and left you hanging. But still we rise.
That's how it always winds up being, though, sis. We never hear, well, not never, but it's a very small minority of cases where there is a man that will help a woman to, be herself and to go where she wants to go and to be who she needs to be, like someone to see the potential within you. That's very rare.
That's a shame. And that's why I was like, you know what? It's like a lot of women, if they had a good man, do you think that some women would be a beast if you had a good man? Like anything they can help us with, they refuse to do that. Now, if you're already like expiring, then they'll be beside you, but they didn't build with you. They didn't have nothing to do with that. It's just that they happen to be rich and they want a partner. But you would never see where a man start from, not saying it doesn't exist. Yes, it does exist. But where we started from the bottom, and we can honestly say, hey, I'm at where I'm at because of my husband or my mate. Every story a woman would tell is a horror story to how we got to where we got to. They be besides you cheating too proud. Of course they're cheating. There are a lot of women, even if they don't leave you, once you build that man up and he becomes cocky and he has businesses, they forgot you was the one that was there. But my thing is, women, look, hey, Miss Leo, my thing is more about us not losing our identity, our hopes, and our dreams. We have a lot of success stories, and it's a shame. A lot of success stories, even going back to slavery. Even Harriet Tubman, husband, did not even support her. If you ever look at all the women that has made it from slavery back into now, we have never had support. Even when Madam C.J. Walker, even when she was getting, not to mind you, the first Black millionaire was a woman. There's a couple of millionaire women before we got to a man, right? Love is never enough. You're absolutely correct. But from everywhere and anywhere we gotten into life to where we at now, we have no men to thank that will be our mate. It's always a horror story. And a lot of times we have to thank either our kids or our nephews and nieces, whoever we decided to take care of, or they the ones that gave us a push. It's never been an adult man that has given us that push. And then when they see women sticking together, they infiltrate us. And they turn you against one another because we are each other's best support, because a man is not going to do it. Like they never, like that pretty woman. Like that pretty woman, if you ever seen the movie, that doesn't exist. I'm gonna get you the way you are and build you up.
And that's what I can't stand is they want to come into the relationship like I put in the chat, like build a bear. They want you to help them to have this and to have that and to get that. And then once they get those things, they're like, oh, all right. And then they start thinking, oh, I did this. This is my business. I did like they did it all on their own. If you weren't supporting them and giving the ideas, most of the time when a man has done something, it's a woman in the background that gave
Mhm.
him the idea and the support to go through and do what he's done.
Or they want to hit us with, oh, she ain't taking half of my money. Or women only want money, and that's why I don't believe in marriage. But a lot of these men, again, you will see time and time again. Look at poor Mary J. Blige. Look how she had to keep going. She not look at them. Even our people. Look at all the women. You would never hear them say, oh, I got a good man. You would hear them say, I got a good woman. You would never barely hear a woman say, I got a good man. It's like he can't double task and be him and help her out. It's like we have to come already made. Best body, best shape, being feminine. It's 50 million videos talking about our shortcomings. Okay, but everybody has shortcomings. When do, like, we tell you an idea and you guys try to grow it? And it's not like you have to be behind. I don't even like the word behind. Why we couldn't be beside you guys? Why we got to be behind you guys?
Yeah, I have never liked that. They always say, I want a woman behind me. It's supposed to be beside me or in front of me.
So again, you have a lot of women, a lot. To me, that makes us stronger than them. To me, because look how we accomplish stuff. And like I said, with every story is a horror story. We took them horror stories and got some strength out of them horror stories and made it happen. We didn't have nobody saying, nah, baby, let me help you out. Or, okay, why you do this? Okay, I'll do that. Like, we've never had, even if we're stay-at-home moms, they don't even help us there. By the time the men get home, they don't have no time for them children.
No, but I got to interject on this part though, sis. A lot of times, us women, we won't let the men do certain things. We jump in and do everything, and we won't let them do certain stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like that's a problem too, ladies. We need to pull back and let the man be a man, even though don't get upset and angry with them. Let them take care of kids and do housekeeping and stuff how they want to do it. It don't have to be perfect. And that's the reason why most men don't want to help sometimes, is because we want things to be perfect. Just if a man's going to do something, let him do it and be like, well, it's not how I want to, but support him in that and let him. Because if you have a man who will do it, then let him do it. But the majority of times, the men, they don't want to do anything. They just think if they're providing and paying bills, then they're doing everything. And a woman needs more than just financial support. And most of the time, you're not even getting that.
And most of the time, we're only getting it because you chopped us off from getting our own. Because as we see, without a man, we get our own. So why are we able to make it without a man than with a man? And even if we let them do things, then we're not considered a good woman. Because our role is to fulfill their dreams. Like, we're supposed to be the helper, the help. And help, I think they take that word and they don't really understand what the word help means. Help means you're doing something, I'm just helping you. It doesn't mean stop our life and make it about you. It just means
Yeah.
help.
Help means assist.
Assist. Yes.
And that's not assist. If you're doing like 70 to 80% of the work and they're doing 30, that's not an assistant. You're actually the boss.
Then they say when a man get a wife, it's a shame. A man find a good thing. Why again? We left out the equation again. Every which way, women are always left out of the equation. Even biblically, a man find a wife, he finds a good thing. What do we find when we find a husband?
I say a headache.
I'm like, oh my goodness. Yeah, I mean it's sick. But they literally mean, well, you're just for the help. Like we are made. Yeah, well, we are the maids. Well, we not, but you know what I mean. They don't understand help means assisting. That means you're doing it already. Not even when it comes, so we supposed to do everything on our own, but assist you for everything that you do.
Yeah, but the question about that too, sis, is you have to also be like, what are you assisting me with? I help you with
Thank
this.
you.
When is it my turn?
That's the topic. Like, when is it our turn? Or is it never supposed to be our turn?
Well, unfortunately, I've seen it growing up with old-fashioned parents that's all my mom did. It was everything about my father. That's just the way it was. And my mom was like, no, that's what a good woman's supposed to do. Like my mom used to be running around the house like a chicken with her head cut off. Oh, I have to make sure as soon as he comes in the door, his dinner is ready, his slippers are at the door, and the kids are, all taken care of. The house is clean. All of this stuff has to be done. And it's like, well, if you doing all this, what does he have to do when he comes home? Talk about, oh no, a man's not supposed to do anything when he comes home. And I'm looking at her like she's crazy. I'm like, you got me messed up. If I just came from work, we both just worked today. So when he come home, he's definitely going to be doing some laundry and giving some of these kids a bath. A lot of times us women, we are doing too much. So of course, he doesn't have anything to do. So of course he's going to sit down and relax because you've molded him to be that way. Leave some things for him to do. Oh, the kids need their bath. Sure do.
But now the trick part to that is now you're what you call, hey, loved ones, how are you? Now the trick to that is they up the ante now and they call you a modern woman. Now we're modern. And I can't understand that from the sake of nothing. I ain't seen none of these women who's calling other women. I ain't see you make the butter. I ain't say go to the store and get butter. I ain't see you using like all the things. I mean, everything's modern because you go with the times. So I don't understand what modern means. So they throw that in there because they up the ante. But that really means we want you behind the man. That's what it really means. Behind the man.
Yeah, because anytime if a woman starts to want to do something like, okay, say just something, for example, say the woman wants to go to school. Oh, the kids are young. Just wait for them to get in school. Then when they get in school, it's something else. Oh, the money is low right now. Just wait until this. And then next thing, you're either older or you're sick or you don't even want to do that anymore. And that's just what they want. You keep putting up with it, pushing off, and then eventually you may not, like, it's like all of the fire comes out of you because you've used all your energy fueling their dreams. And
Yeah.
I've seen it. I saw it with my mom. You give so much until you have nothing left to even give to yourself. And then you just like, you don't even care about yourself anymore. You just like, don't even want to fix yourself up or even try.
I mean, that's, to me, that's a dream crusher. It's like all they do is crush out. It's like they make it their business to crush our dreams, and then they want to make it seem like women are evolving like everything and everywhere. Oh yeah, but I don't know if Tay is still going live because
I think she is.
because if she is, we're gonna make this a part 2 because I wanted to go check her out. So if Tay want to drop her link, we could go bum rush her.
I can put it in the chat, sis.
Thank you, darling.
This
But
was a good conversation.
Yeah, well, we're gonna make it a part 2, and you're gonna elaborate a little bit more because I want to speak upon all the successes of women, like all the things that we have done, even down to being an astronaut, to everything. The gymnasts, look at we did. I want y'all to see how we have accomplished so much with not a good man behind us.
Yeah, imagine what we could do if we actually had a good man behind us.
Yeah, and I don't like the fact that men look at you and instead of saying, hey, I'm the man, let me take this woman and mold her. I'm not talking about to mold her for whatever he wants. I mean to mold her for her to be better. I don't like the fact that they don't care to do that. They want somebody that's already made and who is ready to serve them. A lot of they see even the trouble women, if they want to call it the 3 or 4, every woman, we need help too. Y'all was thoughts out there too. But we can have patience and stuff for them. But if they are supposed to be the leaders, as they say, they are the leaders. So why haven't y'all led y'all wives to do anything to better them?
That's what I'm trying to say. And this is an important conversation because I see women so many times helping and supporting a man, but not getting anything back. It's like it almost crushes the spirit of a woman.
Yeah, that's the main objective. So we can call them high value men and high value this and blah 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 blah, but a woman still got them there, as always. And I'm so, even with our leaders, women always take the back, but they got there because of the conversations that they had with their women. They take everything from us, right? Then they put it out there like it came from them. And they'll go, oh, my great wife. Oh, she's such a good woman. No, every idea that you got came from her. How you strategize stuff came from her.
Yep. Even having enough, emotional and all of the fortitude just to be able to say, oh, I think I can do it. It takes a lot for a man. Women move different than men. A woman could just want to do something that will do, but a man needs to be built up in order to do something. So some woman built him up to give him enough motivation that he could do it.
And they take from us, but we still get it done. Isn't that crazy? They take from us and they make us think that it's okay. No, it's never okay. I mean, your house is supposed to be clean anyway. You're supposed to cook anyway. Okay, now what else? You understand? What else? And if you're out there working 10 to 12 hours, ain't but so much. How many times you gonna clean the house in one day? Ain't that don't take that long to cook no dinner. And then for all these people that's claiming that they're not modern women, I don't see you doing nothing from scratch.
Oh, I'm sick of hearing all of these people saying, "Oh, that's not a home cooked meal because you bought stuff that's already packaged." I would like to see them work 8 to 12 hours and then think they're gonna come home and make a from scratch meal.
And now my next one, this is going to be continued because we have to be our sister's keeper, and then I want us to speak upon how great we are and our accomplishments that we've done without a good man behind us. And then I'm going to do one too with marriage and divorce, right? Because some people think that, because people don't like to read. And some people don't understand all the different ways you can get divorced in the Bible. We're going to get into that after. But I wanted to make this little quick video, but I want to check out my girl Lingerie and Cocktails. So do you know she's on?
Yes, sis, she's on.
All right, guys. So we're going to close this out. Thank you for coming in. And I might be on both channels tomorrow. I might come back on tonight. Who knows? But I already said we was going to support her, so we're going to go check her out. And I will see you guys later. And thank you for being here. And I'm going to do another video. Oh, you just subscribed, Love Wins? Perfect. Thank you, and thank you.
Yeah,
But
and everybody go over and put Tony T Raid. I put the link into the chat.
we would definitely be back. Me and my PIC, my partner in crime, Marlene, would definitely be back because we like to have these we like to build. And no,
Yes.
it's not man bashing or anything. I'm a woman basher, actually. I can't stand them mammies. Oh Lord, I can't stand them. And that Neva, whatever her name is. Oh, I'm gonna eat her.
We're gonna
up.
have to talk about that too.
Yeah, I'm gonna eat her up. I can't eat her up. Even Miss Leo says see us over there. That is so cool. And women, I like to say, we have to be our own strength. We have to be our own everything, and keep up the good work. Keep fighting, regardless of what we go through. We always make it through, and keep it up. All right, guys, let me click on her link before I cut this off. Now, where is it at? You dropped it.
I put it in the chat.
I got it.
Okay, guys. Bye.
Oh no! All right, baby. I see you over there.